So we discussed the rule, or I talked about the rule of whatever you do to the inside leg, you do to the outside leg. Whatever you do to the front, you do to the back. Why you have to do that, or why in most cases it's best to do that, is so that you maintain a straight side seam and a straight inside leg. It's so that they don't twist that way or swing too far over that way or swing too far this way. So it's all about keeping it straight with the leg. Okay then, so trouser shapes. Let's have a look at, oh, excuse me, that's underneath my hand. Two things we're going to look at first are tapering a trouser leg and flaring a trouser leg. So for this first example, I'm really bad at drawing trousers incidentally. Oh, really bad at drawing trousers. Sorry. That is what we're going to do. Let's hope it's not exactly quite like that. So we're going to make this much closer to the body all the way down. Again, we're assuming here that it's not a stretch fabric, or if it is a stretch, it just has stretch widthways. We're assuming it's just a woven fabric. Okay, so there you could measure in from the outside, taper off, draw lines. What happens when you do that, sometimes is you alter the curvature on these seams and they don't fit back so nicely. So I'm going to show you a different technique. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find the halfway mark on the inside leg. Oh yeah, this is the inside leg, this is the outside leg. I don't think I mentioned that. I'm finding the halfway mark on the outside leg from the knee. I am going to do the same, so halfway mark inside leg on the hem, halfway mark on the outside leg at the hem. I'm going to find the halfway mark inside and halfway mark outside on the crotch line. We are not playing with what happens with that crotch. Altering the crotch is absolutely possible, obviously, because you get drop crotches and you get very drop crotches. You might want a looser fit around the crotch. Please talk to me individually if that's something that you want to do. It's not something we're covering in these basics. So here I am measuring that halfway point on all of these sections, and you will get to see what I'm going to do in a moment. So I'm going to draw a line that goes between those points. Okay, so tapering trouser leg. There's things you need to know. You need to know what the measurement is at the knee that you can't go smaller than, because somebody's going to be wearing these and need to be able to bend their knee. At the ankle, what you need to know is how much space you need to get a foot through. So just measuring around your foot won't do it. So this is going to be a bit of a leap of whatever here, because I know I'm not going to be able to draw this properly either. But so imagine this is your leg in profile, and then this is your foot, and that's your toes. Sorry. And then your foot comes up, and you've got your heel that then runs up into your leg. The measurement that dictates how wide you can be at the hem is this one. So it's from the front of your ankle through to your heel, because that's the biggest bit that's going to need to go through the trouser at the hem, obviously. biggest bit will probably be your bottom, but to go through the hem, this is the measurement that you need to know. So whatever that measures around, you need to make sure that your hem circumference is as big as that, and it is quite big. So if you want a much closer fit at the ankle, then you'll need some sort of opening, a zip for instance, to be able to get it really close, or you need a stretch fabric. Okay, so let's put those embarrassing drawings out of the way and see what we need to do here. So I'm taking a cut up through there because I'm going to need to manipulate and I need that sort of freedom. And I'm now going to cut up through those lines that we plotted that were at the halfway point between the centre line and either the outside leg or the inside leg. So there are instruction sheets for this on in units. So next thing I'm doing is I'm cutting across to the outside perimeter of the trouser. Now, as with all slashing and spreading, you're going up to it, you're not going beyond it. Again, here you're going up to it, you're not going beyond it. Okay, let's get the back cut. So again, we're cutting up this up here. I'm cutting from the line we just cut to the outside edge of the pattern, to it, not beyond it. Not beyond it. So, as with all slashing and spreading, we're now going to have to cut from the outside towards that line and from the outside towards that line in order to be able to manipulate it, otherwise it won't move anywhere, but you know that because you've done that loads. Okay, so what we now can do is move this over to whatever measurement we fancy. I'll pop a pin in it for now. There we go. Same on this. So remember the rule. Whatever you've done on the outside leg, you need to do on the inside leg. So I have taken that in without taking any body measurements actually, by 1 centimetre, and I'm going to take it in by 1 centimetre on that side, because whatever we do to the outside leg we need to do to the inside leg. At the hem, should I do that 1 centimetre as well, or should I take it a little bit more? Should I crazy take it a little bit more? I think I've done that by about 1.5. Let's measure and check. Yep, 1.5, and then I want to make sure that I do the same on the inside leg. Done. There we go. That's that done. But remember, there's also the extended rule that whatever we have done on the inside leg, we do to the outside leg, vice versa. Whatever we do to the front, we do to the back. So on this back bit, I am going to be coming in by 1 centimetre and in by 1 centimetre on the knee, because that's exactly what I did at the front. On the back I'm going to be doing it, oh, sorry, at the ankle I'm going to be doing it by 1.5. We've done, oh, need to cut in from here. there we go. So over by 1, over by 1.5. And in doing this, we've kept the side seam measurement exactly, or the inside leg seam measurement exactly as it was before. So we've got nothing to have to mess about with. We've got the same curvature. It's lovely. I don't have to worry about anything. So I'm doing the same here. The only thing that you sometimes get is a little bit of differentiation at the hem. So just make sure that the alteration that you do to it relates to what's happening on the outside edges. Sorry, I don't think that was particularly clear. I will show you what I mean. So on both of these, what's happened is I've lost a little bit of length, but I'm going to keep the side seams and the inside leg the same and just shorten it by that tiny little amount. So if you were working full scale, this would be much more obvious. But if you were to now trace around that, you now have a tapered trouser leg, done very easily and keeping our side seams and inside legs seams exactly as they were. I'm going to use the same technique in a moment to add flare.